What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another video. This time, very special one, as today we're playing on stream at TCH live here in Austin. We're playing 2-5 and the game is just about to get started. So it'll be a lot of fun. Max buy-in right now to start is $1,000, and then there's match the stack, all that fun stuff. So I'm sure the game's gonna get pretty big. If you didn't watch the live stream or watch it live, here's some of the highlights. Wish us luck. The end of the Cali trip wasn't really great for us. Hopefully we can bounce back tonight in this stream here. Should be a lot of fun. Met all the other guys that I'm playing against, and should be a blast. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Very special video. Leave a like, smash that like button, would be much appreciated. Yeah, well, stay tuned. I guess we'll get into the hands and see how all this goes. Alright boys, let's fire up the stream. 2-5 with a 1K max buy-in to start this first hand here with ace queen off in the hijack, 1K effective. Player in +2 opens up the action to $15 and now folds to me. Little too small for us with a premium hand in position. Let's put in the 3-bet, this time sizing up a little bit more than 3x to $50. Obviously, very good hand to play in position, pretty standard, and with his holding, he decides to make the call. Off to a flop, which comes ace-7-4 rainbow. Really good flop for us, and sitting with top pair, we're going to put in the c-bet when he checks to us. I sized to $60 for value, and he makes the call with his hand, as you can see. Let's go to a turn. Turn comes the 5 of spades, brings in a backdoor flush draw. He checks to me, and in this instance, I decided to check it back for pot control. This is a player that has a fairly wide range, and sometimes a really good board for him to go for a check raise to put us in a pretty miserable spot. With that said, with one pair for now, we check it back. The river comes the 10 of clubs, and for the third time he checks. Given this action, I'm pretty confident that I do have the best hand here. So sitting only with one pair, we don't want to size up too big. Only size it to $90 for value. He quickly makes the call, of course, seeing that he has ace-9. We're going to show this hand and take this one down. Second hand, we go with ace-king off in the small blind. +3 open up the action to $20. A middle position player directly to his left, 3-bets to 65. I haven't seen anyone 3-bet so far on this live stream and on this table, but with the premium and we're out of position when it folds to me, I think this is just a mandatory 4-bet spot here. So with that said, we put in the 4-bet to $260, a little bit larger of a 4-bet since we're out of position, and the +3 player who opened at 20 folds. And as you can see, the middle position player also has a pretty good hand and makes the call with queens. Off to a flop, which comes ace-6-4, 2 hearts out there. Really good flop for us. It helps us play this hand a little bit more face up and a little bit more easily. Holding the king of hearts in my hand, there aren't a whole lot of heart draw combos out there. So with that said, I'm going to lead out pretty small, trying to get value from worse aces and hands like that he's holding, like pocket queens. We size pretty small to $185, pretty much widening his whole range to make the call. He thinks about it and makes a pretty disciplined fold, and we're going to take down this pot.
Rampage! Little help?
I love that clip, man.
In this next spot here, holding 8-5 suited, shout out to Jamie, I know it's your favorite hand. +1 limps, and +3 player raises it up to $25. I've seen him open pretty wide so far at this table, and we're in position. We've been pretty card dead so far. Let's just put that to the test and try it out. Also mix it up for this live stream. We put in the 3-bet to $80 with the Jamie special, and the +1 limper folds, and +3 makes the call as expected. Wasn't expecting him to fold too much pre-flop, but let's try to barrel and get him off on the flop. Flop comes deuce, 3, 7, 2 spades, and when he checks to us, easy spot to just c-bet here our entire range on this board. He might connect with it, he might not, we'll find out. We c-bet $100, and with his specific holding of queen-9 suited, we get this one through. The next one's a real fun one with the suited connectors, 8-7 of diamonds on the big blind. We get +1 to open things up to $15, and Texas style, Texas fashion, we get some action as there are 3 whole callers to me. We absolutely love suited connectors, but the thing is we're on a pretty passive table right now Not a whole lot of 3-betting going on, and these raises are fairly small given the stack sizes. With that said, we're playing pretty deep. I decided to put in the 3-bet in this position to $115. Got to thin out the field. I don't want to play this hand multi-way, so with the 115 3-bet, we get the +1 player to call, and the button calls as well, which I didn't expect, but he's in position and he can call a wide range. Off to a flop, which comes ace-9 deuce rainbow. We've got some backdoor equity for our specific hand, but on a pretty dry ace-high flop, we're thinking that we just might take a stab at this c-bet and take it down a high percentage of the time. I'm obviously repping all of the ace-king and ace-queens of the world, and sometimes ace-jack. With that said, we continue our story of a strong hand. We c-bet $145, and since they both didn't connect with this board, we take this down as they fold. This next hand here, we play a PLO bomb pot. I've actually never done this before, but it's a $15 bomb pot, each dealer change. So this is going to be a fun one, 10 ways with a $15 bomb pot. I'm going to let Mike and Aaron, who did the commentary for this on the live stream, take it away. I would consider this for sure the highlight hand of the entire stream. So strap in, get ready for the action, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Shout out to Mike and Aaron for the amazing commentary all night long. I'll let them take it away.
A 4-card poker.
Just like Jello, you have to wait like 3 hours for it to get ready. So, you know, how very apropos.
Indeed. Everything
When's the last time you've had Jello, by the way?
Oh, God. Honestly, it has been a really long time, and
My mom makes something fantastic every Christmas.
Does it have alcohol in it?
No. She's not quite mastered or skilled up to that, but it is legit good holiday Jello. Toss in your favorite Jello recipes that include booze with it here on the TCH live chat.
Rampage has flopped the just stone cold goods.
That's good.
We do have J-Stack and Albert with a 9 in their hand, so they are going to get sucked into the dregs of this pot, and then Rampage is just going to crush them. He cannot lose this hand.
Yeah, Albert is going to feel the pain I went through when he had a bigger full house. If he gets, well, now we got J-Stack here with 9s full of queens.
J-Stack is getting
It just got chilly in here.
Yeah, J-Stack is literally going to lose all of his chips. The good thing for him is that this is pot limit, and if he is at all concerned about ace-9, because he only has 9s full of queens, right? He could also be afraid of queens and aces. This is 4 cards, so a lot of those cards are out there. But no, even poor Albert is going to get sucked into a further, another street, putting in 125. J-Stack very likely to put in the check raise here too. Clown Baby must be on some sort of spade draw, maybe a combo draw for him to put in chips as well without holding a 9. My goodness, I guess there are several queens unaccounted for, but unlikely that he is holding those. J-Stack is going to ship it in. At the very least, we're going to get a pot size bet. We're going to have to calculate the size of the pot, so bear with us for a moment. The dealers here at TCH North Austin are fantastic. He's going to get through this calculation here very quickly, but we do have a lot of action as well as chips in the pot to start with. So it looks like we're going to have a raise to 760. J-Stack putting forward the maximum, and we will get that calculated out to 760. Back to Rampage with the stone cold goods. Only loses to literally one hand, and that is pocket 9s. Probably not afraid of anything at this point. I'd like to see just a flat call. His opponent was trying to go all in.
Do you think he's afraid of ghosts, though? He might be afraid of ghosts, but
or maybe
he's
centipedes.
Not afraid of any of his opponent's hand range.
Ostriches?
Ostriches? It could be a fear. What is your biggest fear? Chime in here in the TCH live chat.
Mine's
bears.
Bears?
And snakes.
You're afraid of the bears? Duh, bears. As it is going to get whittled down to heads up here. Rampage, a hammerlock on this hand. 3 of spades here on the end. Does nothing. He just needs to ship it in the very off chance. Oh, wait, no. J-Stack's already shipped it in. And Rampage is just going to call if he hasn't already. It's not exactly clear where we are with the action, but he is certainly calling, and he is going to show the goods.
And we turn our thoughts here to J-Stack.
Rampage! Little help?
I like the ending is very necessary too.
Yeah, you really have to put context into Lana being in there.
Lana.
So after that massive PLO bomb pot hand, we pick up another big one with pocket queens in the low jack. We get an early position player in +2 to open it up to $20. Action onto me, obviously sitting with a premium. We're going to put in the 3-bet to 60, standard 3x, and we get some interesting action as both players in the hijack and cutoff call right behind me. Now on the button, he puts in the 4-bet to $300. My experience with this player so far after playing for a few hours, he hasn't played that many hands and definitely hasn't shown too much aggression pre-flop, 3-betting and whatnot. So the other dynamic about this is that I haven't seen a single person 4-bet light so far on this table, or there really haven't even been that many 4-bets in here. So I'm really only putting him on hands that beat mine, and when action folds to me, I really want to fold here, to be honest. Given that this player hasn't played too many hands, given this aggression and 4-betting against 4 other players, seems like a premium, and it seems like I just might be beat here sometimes. I'm sure he can have ace-king like he's holding, but wanted to fold pre-flop, but definitely wasn't planning on 5-betting at all. So we just put in the call here because I felt like folding queens pre is a little nitty so far. Anyways, the other players behind me fold, and we're going heads up to the flop. Flop comes 7-4-5 rainbow, and action's going to go check here. Honestly, on this board texture, it's really not concerning too much considering it's a 4-bet pot. I'm really just putting him on ace-kings and aces and kings most likely. Anyways, we're going to a turn. The turn comes the 6 of hearts, brings in a backdoor flush draw. Like I said, the 4-liner isn't concerning. There's not any 8s in his 4-betting range. So sitting with an overpair, we do hold the queen of hearts, blocking some combos of flush draws. I decided to size down just a little bit to $275. There's a chance that I can get value from pocket jacks, pocket 10s if he were to 4-bet those, but it seems unlikely. Anyways, since we block a lot of heart combos, pretty suspect of what I'm beating. Anyways, with our bet, he makes the call. The river comes the 10 of spades, and I'm thinking that I can't really get too much value from hands that are worse than mine. Like I said, if I'm only targeting jacks, that's pretty tough, and pocket 10s can sometimes be in his range. Anyways, I check, and he now thinks about it and puts out a bet of $500. I'm really, really uncomfortable here. Since the pre-flop action, I thought I was behind the whole time. And although I'm given a really great price, a little bit over 3-1, the only hands I realistically beat is exactly ace-king of hearts. What other hand that I'm beating here is going to bet for value this much besides pocket jacks and exactly ace-king of hearts turning his hand into a bluff? So there's only one combos of bluffs here. There are very few combos of jacks that could be betting here, but realistically, I think his range is just so much weighted more towards aces and kings a lot. So I decided to make an exploitative fold here. Obviously, you can see that it is the wrong fold, so I'm sure I got roasted in the live stream chat, but unfortunate how this one played out. Didn't play this one particularly well, I guess, and maybe I could have found a call if I thought about it more, but at the end of the day, I was really convinced he had aces or kings, and making the wrong fold is always tough on live stream. The very next hand, we pick up pocket 8s in +3 in early position. There's an undergun straddle up to $20, so let's play this one. +1 opens up the action to $60. I'm going to make the call, obviously not folding pocket 8s here, and the button makes the call as well. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop, which comes Jack 8, 6, 2 clubs. We get rewarded here with middle set after making a bad fold with queens. Let's get some money back. +1, C bets $90 into this pot here, and on such a super wet and connected board, lots of draws out there. Let's get value from them. I raise things up to $315. No need to slow play our middle set on a wet board. The button folds, and +1 thinks about it and ends up making the call, putting him on a lot of ace-jack overpair hands since he did open from early position. Lots of draws as well, so let's go to a turn. The turn comes the 7 of clubs. This is literally the worst card that I ever wanted to see. It's really hard for me to get value now from overpairs, and really hard to get value from one pair hands. Also can be beat from a lot of flushes as well. So when he checks to us, I'm just trying to size down and get value from hands like Ace Jack or Pocket Queens with one club. I sized at $215, and unfortunately he's going to make it pretty easy fold here with Ace Jack of Hearts. Bad turn for us.
Perhaps also just for a little bit of protection, although any ace or king of clubs is very likely to continue for that sizing. So interesting choice there. He's just going to put in the very small bet, and Steamboat is going to get let off the hook.
The last significant hand of this live stream, we pick up Ace-10 offsuit, and there's an under the gun straddle to $20. So in this specific hand, playing 1-3-20. With that said, here I decided to open things up to $80. Pretty good hand to open up here, especially with that straddle. Folds around to the under the gun player who makes the call, who's playing extremely wide here and playing a very high VPIP. VPIP meaning voluntarily put in play, so pretty much just a high percentage of hands he's playing. Anyways, the flop comes Queen 10, 3, 2 clubs, and a diamond. He checks to us, and sitting with the ace of clubs, backdoor nut, flush draw, and middle pair, I bet $75, assuming my hand is good here a wide percentage of the time against his wide range. He makes the call for 75, and we're off to a turn. Turn comes the deuce of diamonds, brings in a backdoor flush draw, and typically I really wouldn't think that this changes too much in his holdings. He can hold a lot of 10x hands, and when he checks to us for a second time, on a super wet board with a lot of different draws available, I decided to bet once again to $210. There's certainly an argument made to be checking back with second pair for pot control, but in this instance, against this specific player, I wanted to ramp up the aggression with a pair. We get some bad news as he check raises us to $650 with about $600 behind. And I think this player can be doing this with a lot of combo draws, pair plus flush draws, open-ended and flush draws, hands of that nature. So with that said, he doesn't have a lot behind, and I'm going for a very thin 3-bet jam with second pair here. Thinking I'm good here, just for some reason my read was that I was ahead, and as you can see, I'm clearly not. So we decided to jam, and obviously the fact that he turned queens up here, he's obviously making the call, never getting away. We're off to a river, which comes the 3 of diamonds. Obviously, you can see on the screen, we are no good when we show our hands. This one was quite the punt. I think this player's image really worked well for his benefit here in this spot. So nice hand, J-Stack, and yeah, quite the punt. You're welcome for the chips. Wrapping up the stream today, a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We got into some unfortunate spots. Got a little tired at the end, honestly. Didn't play my best, but it is what it is. We played a few more hands after the live stream ended. Nothing too significant to talk about, but final numbers, we're in for 1,500, out for 22 something. What was it? 2250. So positive plus 750 is not always something. No complaints, I guess, at the end of the day. But pocket queens hand, ace 10 hand, the king 9 hand, mistakes were made. It is what it is. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. The stream was a blast. I'll be playing here tomorrow, so you'll see some content there. Hopefully I'll be back sometime to be on the stream again. But shout out to Texas Carders for having me. Always a blast. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll be back here. Peace.